Yes.
Border Barrels, back for another week, and we needed a beer intro. Goodness, we're back. And also, when I say back for another week, I mean back for... We weren't here last week because a bit happened, and that's all I'll say.
Well, no, because wasn't it because Zach put in the group message, he's like, I don't think I can do it this week after we lost by 75 points.
Oh, no.
Look, I don't know. There was a bit that happened, but that's all right.
Sick family, you know how it goes.
But I'll tell you what, if anyone missed us, let us know because
There's something wrong with you.
No.
Yeah, there's something wrong with you.
You know what
We'd be
happened?
very surprised.
We
if
take
that was
1
the
week
case.
off, and CEO of the AFL, Gillon McLaughlin, steps down.
Yes, and I need to tell you guys that what's his name?
Gil.
Yeah, so old Gil. Old Gil. Who's going to replace old Gil? That was put in the group chat, and I thought he was like the forward flank for, St Kilda. I didn't realise it was actually the CEO for, the AFL. But just as long as Eddie doesn't take over, I'm pretty happy with that.
Eddie Betts would be good.
Oh, Eddie Betts would be good. Oh,
Get Eddie
Jesus.
Betts to take
Huddo's having a bit of a whiz over there. We're going to change things up this week. We might actually keep it the same this week.
What?
Or in future.
Super fucking disjointed.
Yeah,
We might change it. We might keep it the same.
Who fucking
Tune
knows?
in next week to find out.
Tune in next week. But people are complaining. We're not complaining. I don't know. There's questions asked.
Are you all right?
Listen, we're going to talk beers first, and we've got an Easter
1 week
version.
off and he's out of form.
Oh God! Well, I've been into it since bloody midday. So
That's why. Yeah, the truth comes out eventually.
Yeah, that's true. So we're going to do beers first because people search for the episode for the beers because they don't know when they are. So they're going to be first, and we did
How
crack
come you all
them.
got a head?
Eh? I don't know. I've got a pretty
Lucky
big head
fella.
in all cases of life. So there you go. So we've got a few. It is Easter. We've got a few Easter beers. And the first one we're having is Hot Crust Pilsner.
Yeah, no, my reaction wasn't a reflection on the beer itself. As I sipped it, I remembered I don't like hot cross buns.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
And it tastes like hot
Is it
cross
I
buns.
do, and it tastes like a hot crust bun.
is it good? That's a
If
good.
you like hot
Yeah.
cross buns, it's good.
Yeah, I like hot crust buns. I don't like the fruit situation. I don't really deal well with that.
Do you know the interesting thing about beer when we talk about, this has got this in it, right? And we enjoy it for that reason. Isn't it interesting, though, that, like, we can't stand... another taste test.
The camera's just got Marcy's back.
Oh, yes. She's in it again.
But isn't it funny, like, if you break your jaw, you've got to have all your food blended, and you hear about people going, I had like a schnitty, but I blended it and drank it, and that sounds horrible.
I don't think
but
I've
like,
ever heard that.
Yeah, that's pretty much what.
No,
you
as
have
in
to
like
do.
when you said you would have heard about people. It's like,
Oh.
I have. I won't
Have
tell.
you?
I won't
Yeah.
tell the story, but there was a particular student who I went. Oh, cool. All right, buddy. We went to school with a bloke, and it was HSC music, and there was a giveaway sign. I don't know what happened, but anyway, someone got T-boned, and he ate many things through a straw for many a time, and couldn't perform his HSC solo.
Flute.
No, bass player. He's excellent. And he's an excellent illustrator. Tristan Tate, shout out.
Oh.
Excellent. Anyway, continue.
can he illustrate for us?
But yeah, you know what? Like this is interesting. But like I don't want to liquefy a hot cross bun generally, but in beer form, it's quite enjoyable.
Well, I think a lot of people taste things that are really nice and they're like, I don't want to liquefy this. And then sometimes they do out there behind.
Oh.
I don't think anyone's there with their mouth open catching it. Though.
Yes,
true.
it does taste like jalapenos and too much beer.
No, but what are your thoughts? Gratz?
Well, it's as... Oh.
Sure.
Well, it's Gratz.
I've got to be honest. I have had many a
Shut up, Hudson.
many a hot cross bun because, of course, my wife bought some, which I wouldn't normally do. I could just go without, but I've had a few over the last few days. But this is just what it says that it is, really, and sometimes that's good.
Is it still
You
a
know what I
Pilsner?
mean? I mean, it is. Does it taste like a Pilsner like I would have had? I don't have a lot of Pilsners, to be honest. So
Yeah. Well,
we just heard Huddo's enjoyment of it.
yeah.
but
What do you
he's
reckon?
smacking.
Sorry, Hudson. What do you reckon? Even though...
Am I allowed to go this time?
Yeah, I see what happened before. I was like, what do you reckon? I was looking at Hudson.
There was a
and then
very
said
long
Gratz.
pause, but you kind of paused to give me hope.
Sorry, Huddo.
And then you
what do
ripped it
reckon,
away
buddy?
from me.
What do you reckon?
Well, it's as advertised, so you can't take marks off it for that. Personally, I wouldn't mark it high because it's not, as I said, I don't like hot cross buns. But it's like Garage Project did a pickle beer, and it was like, oh, this is exactly what I thought it would be. Not great.
But well done.
But it
to them.
tasted exactly like pickle.
These are the
So
beers
it's like,
we hate reviewing on
it's
Untapped.
fine. Yeah, you hate reviewing it because they've done exactly what they said they do. So by that measure, they're great.
Yeah.
But this is why Untapped is hit or miss, is because I don't like it, so I'd mark the beer down, whereas the beer is probably really good.
That's the thing. Like
just to me, it's not.
your enjoyment of what is in the beer isn't high, which
Yeah.
is completely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not the beer's fault, it's Hot Cross Bun's fault. It's Easter's fault.
It was we won't get into it now, but I've listened to a few things lately about Untapped, and they're talking about like, well, you know, there should be different categories. Like there shouldn't be like a rating whether it's a lager or a pilsner or a hazy IPA. They should be in the categories of said beers, because like, you know, you get a lager and then you drink a really juicy IPA and you're like, well,
Yeah.
yeah, obviously the lager isn't as good as the juicy IPA.
To you.
Well, yeah, to you.
Well, maybe they need a Rotten Tomato style where it's like official beer reviews versus like consumers. So
Idiots.
like, yeah, there's like whatever the sommelier of beer is, and they've got their own accounts, and you're putting it up there. So when you go on to the bloody Hot Cross Pilsner from Tumut River, it's got like beer reviewers score and then numpty score. And us numpties.
Yeah, it's like the bloke that reviews the Hot Cross Pilsner is like the CEO of Baker's Delight.
And
like
beer.
yeah, no.
It's like, well, I know Hot Cross Bun. Because it's funny, because like we all know, I don't know, like what am I talking?
We all know.
No, we
I
all
don't
know. Anyway.
We all know that you don't know.
No. Well, I don't know
Yeah,
anything
no,
about beer, but
No, yeah.
we all know, as far as I'll message you, go, I had the best beer I've ever had. And you'll look it up on Untapped. And like, Simmo rated 3.75. Because I panic. Because I'm like, I leave room for beers I haven't had.
For improvement.
Yeah, I leave room for beers I haven't had.
Well, it's funny that, like, so that's another issue with Untapped is, do you score the beer based on the beer itself, or do you base it on, like, well, it can't be a 5 because I'm sure there's a better beer.
Yeah.
Then, like, do you go through and, like, when you have a new 5, do you go back into it and go, oh, that 5's a 4.75 now because, like, 5's the better. There can't be more.
I used to rate
5,
by
isn't it?
style, personally.
Ah.
So I started going, okay, this porter, I remember the first time I had a Bridge Road Robust Porter. It's the best one I'd ever had. And I went, well, that's 5 out of 5. Has to be.
Yeah.
And then as time went on, I started drinking a few more. Started giving out. I'd have this incredible hazy IPA that I was like, not as good as the last one I had, but it's easily a 4.5. And I thought, that isn't a 4.5 out of 5 compared to the Robust Porter as a beer on the whole.
Yeah.
So I just sort of changed up the way I did it. But people might still do that. I mean,
Well,
but as you said, there's merit in potentially dividing up the categories.
Yeah,
So-
there's a few changes. I've seen a few things. But anyway, won't get too caught up in it. And here I thought we'd do the beers first. That would mean we had just to neck a bunch of beers.
Yeah,
so-
now we're going to have to smash his beer. Well, I think we're going to have to do a beer footy, another
Yeah,
beer
well, we
footy,
might have
'cause
to break.
we've been here a while on the old Hot Cross
If you've tuned in just for the beers, we
Stick
we
around.
recommend you stay. But if you have to just do the little toggle and just
Well,
go through a little bit.
maybe for the first time ever in Border Barrel's history, we
I was going to say, you're going to say timestamp.
timestamp.
Is that easy? Is that easy to do?
I don't know.
You listen to it, and then
Everything else has been difficult, and you both just go, "Hey, Hudson, you'll do it, right?"
Yeah, I know. I need to take on a bit more. So,
And then I say no, and then do it.
all right. Well, the first one, it does taste like hot cross buns, but
Yes.
I wish they were fruitless hot cross buns.
Yeah, no raisins. Bad for
raisins.
dogs, Hot Cross Buns,
Yeah,
obviously because of the
Coot,
raisins.
but
So-
I'll tell you what, Coot is over there fast asleep, and he's always
side eyeing.
One thing he did have, I went to Woolies at the right time, and I saw like oysters, $4. I'm like, pfft. And then I saw people buying trays and trays and trays. Walked up, was like, hold on, and they were like, yeah, per tray. I was like, oh, no worries. So I'm not a big fan of oysters, but I bought a couple of trays. And I'll tell you who is a fan of oysters? Cooter the dog. He is a fan of oysters, and he was bloody keen as mustard.
You were telling me before we press record, the Kilpatrick's the one with the bacon in it.
Yeah.
But you're still expected just to sort of swallow the bastard, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well,
no, you-
yeah, but you chew it.
You got to chew.
But you're not. Are you not meant to? I was told when I was a kid by my dad, he's like, "Don't chew it."
Well, because if you chew a fresh one, it's pretty crook. But if
Yeah.
so like with the Kilpatrick, you sort of put the toppings on, you put in the oven and cook it, and it's like okay,
So you can chew it.
So you can shuck it, and then
Is it Worcestershire sauce?
Worcestershire sauce, and then bacon and a few.
Because I was confused because
But
of
you
all.
cook them, don't
yeah,
you?
you
it's
cook them.
Cooked oysters, so you can chew that.
Yeah, that's it. Because bacon is like pretty high up on choking hazards, I would have thought. And I've always thought, I know that
Yeah,
like.
but if you have a whole rasher, if
Don't chew it.
if you put a rasher of bacon in a shot glass and go skull, 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 and that's about a foot long.
Well, if
So
you don't,
surely
yeah,
it's getting
you'd
caught.
want to. That's the one you want to puree
Yes.
and
Yep.
drink when your jaw's broken.
Yes.
That
Then
we
you
will
can
do.
have. Then you can eat a whole rasher of bacon without chewing.
I reckon that would actually taste pretty good. No. You don't reckon that just like.
No, because there's a point where texture supersedes flavor.
Oh, that might be like we're doing beers this week, but I tell you what, I would like a Parmesan as a meal
Just-
in a pint glass. I reckon I'd have it.
No,
I
because
reckon
it'd
I'd
be so
bloody well have it.
thick, and every mouthful you'd be like It'd be one of those things where the aftertaste would go down. You'd be like, "That was actually good," and then every time it hits your lips, you're like,
Maybe that's an idea for a pod where we do a liquid palm and a deconstructed beer. So we take whatever the flavour of the beer is, but get that in solid form and just get the hops just sitting on top.
Oh, that's it. Sorry. That is what I thought you were saying. I was like, surely he's not saying that. So we have, we get the palm in the blender, and then we have a beer, and we chew the malt, and then we have some
Chew
water.
the ingredients.
We have some water, and then we have some. Yeah, anyway, very good. So what are we going to move to? We'll get very quickly on the footy. I know you're not saying game by game, but we can do it pretty quickly. What do you reckon?
"Yeah." But we'll do SuperCoach, not breakdowns of the game. I think.
Yeah.
If you've got anything, quickly chuck it in.
Yeah.
Because, we watch the
Yeah.
footy. But anyway.
Well, we're still. You know what we've been really bad at over the course of our podcasting careers?
podcasting.
Advertising.
Fuck. What have we been good at?
Talking shit.
Yeah. Drinking beer.
No, but I was going to
Thanks.
say we seem to have lost the true purpose of the podcast and forgotten to watch for barrels. Yeah, like
100%. Has there been a barrel?
I don't know, probably.
Every podcast. My favourite of this is that big actors on TV shows start a podcast doing a rewatch, and then 7 episodes in, they're like, we're meant to be talking about the episodes we were watching,
Yeah.
and they've forgotten all about it. That's fine.
Yeah, but that's pretty funny.
It's a rite of passage.
No, I'm very glad you picked it up early in the season because I love a barrel. We love a barrel. We forgot about the barrel. Mustn't love it too much. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Not too much.
Oh.
Is past this man. It's wide. Toby Green, take a bow. Hit the fence on the full. Man, 203 centimetres, 112 kilos. Fuck. A big blow.
Yeah, cool interlude. And for those on YouTube, they got some air drumming, so good on them.
By the man himself.
Yeah, who knows? So first game, Brisbane Lions 98, Collingwood 91.
Good game on a Thursday night.
Good game.
Hang on, Predator is in the room.
Yeah, so we heard crickets on the outside, which I wasn't expecting. Then we heard the Predator.
Oh,
Sorry. That's all right.
Yeah, good game for footy, bad game for most super coaches.
Yeah, well, if you had Lockie Neal as your
VC.
VC, you probably wouldn't have taken it. I saw someone did.
I reckon you would. Because
Well, you're 117.
Yeah, but nowadays it's just with COVID, there's blokes going out 10 minutes before the game and like all that. You just don't take a risk with 117. And obviously, if you had McRae, then you were laughing. But like for most other people, they like you'll lose out on 20, 30 points, but you get the safety. Like I'm taking 117 is what I'm saying.
You would have taken it?
Yeah.
Did you
I think
have
I
him
would
as
have.
VC?
No, I was very mad that I didn't have the VC on
that's
him,
right.
and then glad.
Yep.
Mad then glad.
He started very, very...
So who'd you have? Tell us.
Yeah, so on the Brisbane side, Lockie Neal. Was that funny?
Oh, yeah. Try to hold Good
one, Niggin.
Who sucks?
Like
Lockie Neal.
Simon, I too have been drinking since 12 o'clock.
And then Collingwood, Jack Crisp, Nick Dacos, and Brody Grundy. He's gone full Justin and gone missing again.
Now, look.
Justin Grundy.
So
Justin, where are you?
I've got a question to ask
Do ya?
from someone who doesn't watch that much footy. Has he cut his hair?
Yeah.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
So it's Samson. Is that the old
is that
biblical
this
tale?
season?
It's all in obviously the powers were in his hair.
Oh, that's a pisser because obviously it's game over. The man bun, his balance is all out.
Before this game, I think he was averaging 110.
Yeah, not too bad.
Like, he was going okay. But he just couldn't get... I think it was the first game... Oh, I don't know if you have the... I'm not going to try and make it all up on the spot, but it was the first game in about 4 or 5 years that he hasn't laid a tackle. And there was one other... Or didn't take a mark or something.
Well, yeah, he didn't take a mark, nor did he tackle. But they played so many talls. Like, I think the structure killed him. And, like, Darcy Cameron's now injured, so that helps. All I'm saying is I'm not trading him anyway.
No.
But Darcy Cameron came off with a rib injury, and Mason Cox is still as bad at football as he always has been. Maybe worse now that he bloody has his tinted goggles on.
Oi.
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 No, we don't have it.
Oh, I thought we had a specky
No, we got rid
twat.
of it, so it was so bad because it was like really poorly recorded.
I saw a very reputable news agency, news.com.au, which is not. No offense to you guys. But like I saw like the experiment. They're looking at aborting the. I didn't say that. They're looking at getting rid of the experiment, the US experiment, and they saw him with the goggles. Like, dude, no offense.
When it comes to his form...
Yeah, but
My
seriously,
eyes, the goggles that do nothing!
but seriously, book a ticket home because, like, are you kidding? Like, what's going on? It was so unnerving.
I remember growing up playing soccer, there was a kid that would wear goggles, and like every time you played, you're just like, this is going to be easy.
But the fact,
Anyway, the
fact
goggles
that
guys are never really
the
good.
fact that they're tinted is a touch.
Well, it's to hide the damaging lights. But I did see Jason Dunstall took the piss out of him with the eggs over his eyes doing this.
Yeah.
And Collingwood actually tweeted and said mocking someone for an injury that has severely affected his life.
No.
Like, the thing is,
Nah.
though, they're not mocking
Yeah.
him because of the
Sorry.
injury that's affected his life because he's still shit. He hasn't got shitter.
But you're missing the best part of all of this. Everyone just saw a bald bloke with the chocolate eggs up to his eyes, and everyone thought it was Mark Robinson. And everyone was tagging Robbo, going, poor form from you, Robbo. Honestly, Dunstall got away with a lot of it. Until someone said, everyone realises that's Jason Dunstall.
But sorry, but again, for someone that doesn't know anything about footy, like people were playing footy for years, and people have probably had the same whatever's going on. Like, figure it out.
Honestly-
like, you're not wearing bloody and the 1500 meter fucking swimming. We've got this bloke, and he's putting on his goggles. Like, you're kidding. You don't need goggles to play footy.
Fucking
Sort it
Edgar
out.
Davids.
Oh yeah, what?
Well, he was good.
But he was cool. He had dreads as well.
And he
so
had
it was
cool goggles.
Yeah, cool goggles. Sorry, guys.
No, I forgot. That's okay.
But they kind of look like mirrored Speedos. I think that's the problem, is
yeah.
they're like real small ones. Like they're, like what was that movie where the bad guy wore like real small sunnies? That's something.
Could have been anything.
Real,
It's probably shooter.
real small
1500 meter freestyle.
sunglasses.
What's his name?
Bad
Mason
guy.
Cox. Mason Cox in lane 5. Where the tinted goggles? Good on him.
That'd be like a swimmer with no feet is wearing flippers, and the other guy's like, is this okay?
But I feel like if you're Michael Jordan and you decided to wear like a backpack when you played basketball, everyone would be like, yeah, I accept it. But if you're not very good at footy and you're like, I'm going to wear these goggles, it's like, nah,
It's
I'm not doing
always when I see any grown man wearing a backpack
What's in it?
from the amount of
What's in it?
hardcore shows I've been to, it's like, oh, that's all where all the band merch goes. Where like someone that comes in and buys a shirt from every band, but doesn't have like a girlfriend to give it to, so he wears a backpack,
Or-
chucks it and then jumps in the mosh with his backpack on.
Or, no offense to me, you wear a backpack. I wore one to the beer festival. You've got things you will never use in there. There's just so many things. There's a beach towel. There's water.
Yeah, he brought a beach
You went to
towel.
Beechworth.
Yeah, I know.
He brought a beach towel and said, "Should I get the blanket out?"
I referred to it as a blanket. It was pretty cold that day. But there's so many things in there that you would anyway. But like, come on, like. What, like, are you a pioneer? Like, you're going to really pave the way for people wearing that sort of
Bloody
thing.
Thorpe.
Like,
Thorpe
you're
was
kidding.
wearing goggles much earlier than you.
Yeah, but like, fair enough.
Big tall fella with goggles
but like,
on.
okay, we're playing footy. What's going to assist me? Head guard. Fair enough. Goggles. You're kidding. Go back.
I've seen colourblind cricketers.
Blind cricketers.
If you can, yep, blind cricket.
I haven't seen me.
If these guys can, that's pretty good. If these people can get by with their sports, if they can get through their sports, Cox can get through what he.
Yeah.
Anyway, had Kai Lohman go on his debut.
Well, I just wanted to finish and say, like, the site hasn't affected anything. Like, that's what I'm saying. Is he still bad? So maybe ditch him. Kai Lohman, 44, so he's one to look out for if he can keep his spot.
But he gets it through not touches, like just tackle and pressure.
Yeah, had 5 tackles, 9 touches. Sime, I know you have Jared Berry. Might be time to trade Jay Bez.
Yeah.
His shoulder's hanging on by a thread. Yeah, it's time.
So
to
you had
go.
Daniel Rich,
Daniel Rich.
I did. Yep.
84. He's not rich with points.
but that's one of those
unfortunately.
scores that you can't be like
Yeah.
cranky.
Yeah, you're not too bad. Do you still have Jack Crisp? Did you have Jack Crisp?
Yes. Goodness. What happened?
What do you mean?
Well, this is what we're used to. with
84,
Crispy.
wasn't it?
114.
Oh, he's all right.
Jeez.
Someone else. I need to.
Yeah, well, Rich
Daniel
got
Rich.
84.
Yeah,
we just said that.
25 seconds ago.
No, come on.
And then, Nick Dacos, 71. He I think,
Played
definitely
well.
still making money. Reef McInnes finally got a score.
Well, no, because he scored 60 on debut. That was the heart. He scored 20 in his second game, so no one jumped on him on the bubble. I nearly did. Thought about it. Didn't. Regretted it. But
Well, I
as
don't
you've
think
said
you'll
to me,
regret it because there's people.
He did.
And I'm worried about his job security.
Short. Didn't do very well.
No,
No,
we'll
short.
get to that.
Not in that game. Just
Short,
letting you know.
short bad.
We like a pod watch. One I had last year, Zach Bailey, scored 104.
Yeah.
Very good. But he gets them when he gets goals. That's the thing. He's
Yeah.
not kicking goals. He's getting 70.
But
So
the problem with Zach Bailey is it's very inconsistent. So he's had 2 tons, but also 2 scores under 65. The pod I was thinking from this Brisbane game, if you are willing to take the risk, is Joe Danaher. He's currently averaging 95 with a low of 82.
Really?
Yes.
What's he priced at?
Don't know.
Oh.
Don't have that. Sorry, that's
Sorry,
something that I should probably have. The other one is Dane Zorko. Will pick up defence status this week.
Certain of that.
So definitely worth
That's
a
big
shout.
news, Simon.
Yeah, a couple
should
of
be
position
this week.
changes.
Well, my mate from last year, that's the only name I heard. And then I ditched him this year because,
Did you pour some of this for yourself?
I did, but it went.
Oh.
Here we go. Currently pouring Bridge Road Egg Star.
Yeah, well, we'll do
Goodness.
one more game of footy, and I reckon we'll
that's
talk
just-
about it.
Liquid chocolate.
It's delicious.
Yeah, have you not had it before?
Nope.
It's
Well,
fantastic.
welcome.
Pour all of it. Pour
No, no,
the
no,
rest
no,
of it.
no,
Is
no,
that the rest of it?
No,
Oh,
please.
give us
No,
a little
pull
bit.
the-
He's done.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'll
I've
have a little bit of
I've
it.
had a little bit.
Yeah, righto. Well, I think that's it in that game, the Brisbane Collingwood. I'm not going to mention the Collingwood side who you could pick up because I refuse to have him in my team and acknowledge his existence.
I'll just say it's Jordan De Goey, but he's getting some consideration from myself.
Fuck the dog.
But I will say he doesn't play a full season every year.
Yeah.
So aside from just not liking the guy and not wanting him in your side, which fair enough, if you've got question marks over his durability, that is also reasonable. But he's playing
And
very
his
good football.
pensions for picking up random 1 week suspensions.
And that he's just good at football. And we got to accept it. That's what it is.
So
But,
unfortunate.
yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those guys. But anyway, next game.
Bad guys always win.
Western Bulldogs 139, North Melbourne 71.
So I nearly went to this game.
I'm glad,
Glad you didn't.
I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Long story short, the family was going. Mum got shut down with COVID.
Oh.
She's fine. Everyone's fine. But my sister and I nearly went. We decided against it, and we basically transferred the tickets over to the Western Bulldogs Essendon game in 2 weeks' time. So
Hey, what? Hold on.
That'll be even worse.
What do you mean?
we didn't actually transfer the tickets over.
Oh.
But we managed to get a refund on the tickets, and then just bought.
Can you?
I didn't think that was going to be possible,
Sorry.
and they did it.
Because of COVID, I think.
I think
Okay.
because of COVID, they were like, understandable.
Yeah, I was going
No,
to
as
say.
in like someone in the party had COVID probably, so
Okay.
they assumed you'd be locked
Right.
down as well.
I was going to say I don't want a full conversation on this because people don't want to hear it. But that's you wrote to someone and said, "Hey, COVID, we'll
No,
come again some other
My
time."
sister was dealing with all of it, but she basically just said, "Hey, got a refund." She sent an email.
Okay.
I don't know what she put
Okay.
in it.
Cool.
Basically, they said, "Yeah, no worries. Here it is, transferred back."
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Couple of tips for the peeps.
Yeah.
There you go. Because COVID is a thing. But
So this is a positive of the COVID world.
Yeah, but it can't fucking make it isn't a fucking thing. Anyway, moving on.
But we had McRae as.
Yes.
Do we all have McRae as a captain or a vice captain?
Yeah.
I had
Yes.
McRae as VC.
Same.
So I had to do the loophole.
And you did it on your own.
I think.
You did hold the loop.
Well, I don't know if I did.
Pressure's on.
Oh, pressure's on.
But yeah, ended up on 153.
After we thought he was concussed.
Yeah, well, you put an Amber Alert into the group chat and said he was concussed and
Well,
that he was
well-
out there running around.
Did-
Well, you were watching the game. and
So
wasn't,
I was,
so-
I was watching anyone that saw it. This last quarter started, and the ball went up, camera straight down to the change rooms. Jackson McRae on his own, walking to the change rooms, shaking his head.
Yeah, he's like, fuck, I need a piss.
He went up and sat on the bench, and he sat back, and he had his sort of arms just sitting there, and he looked a bit despondent.
Yeah.
And then I messaged you guys, and I can't believe this. And next minute, he's out in the ground, and he was on 121, I think, when it happened.
Big goal.
And he ended up on 153.
3.
Very good.
Who else did we have in this one? I had Josh Dunkley scraped his way to 100 thanks to some very big junk time performance.
Yeah, it was.
Picked it up very late.
Who has the big junk?
Well, I can't speak of
Josh Junkley.
Junkley.
Big junk. Well
Yeah,
done.
it's big junk time.
Oh, junk
Um,
time. Oh, not. Okay. Very
Yeah.
good. Continue
I'm
on.
glad it was Dunkley though. He'll be Josh Junkley from now on.
Jerry?
Yeah, Sherry. They were
Sherry?
saying.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, Sherry, like the
I don't
wine.
reckon, I don't reckon he knows.
You don't reckon he knows? Or
Yeah,
you do?
I don't reckon he knows.
Oh, that's a big call.
Yeah, like the guy whose name it is. He doesn't know. He's
Grown
just-
up with it,
yeah.
family's had it.
Yeah, doesn't know.
It's actually been in his family for generations,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't know. But yeah, 103, the only ton for the North Melbourne Kangaroos.
Did you have him on the field?
Yes.
Yes, I did too.
Yeah.
I don't
I
have
was
him.
contemplating not having him on the field, but he, as I mentioned, he was on the field. Aaron Hall, big out, hamstring.
I don't want to be this guy. At the start of the year, people were talking about Aaron Hall, and I said I don't. Basically, not considering him. People thought I was crazy for not even considering him. And so I don't trust his body. They said, he played every game last year except for one at the start or something. I'm like, okay. Still don't trust his body. He's done a hamstring in the preseason. Just got up for round 1. It's round 5. He's done what looks like a bad one. Very disappointing if you have him. He's actually a fun footballer to watch. Really, when he's getting the footy. And we don't wish ill on anyone. But
I
reckon the signs were there that it was a bit of a worry.
I have a counterpoint to this because, yeah, if you started Aaron Hall, you picked up a bloke who averaged, well, before his 70, he averaged 105, which had him 8th as a defender. Then you've lost him now to a hamstring injury, and you can afford everyone if you have an 15K in the bank.
That's a really good
So
point.
it's a very easy trade to make, and you're not upset because he bangs out hundreds for fun.
Yep. No, that's
So
a
if
really
you
good point.
had started him, you're like, oh, sweet, he's going well. And then he pinged a hamstring. You're like, 71's tough. But it's like, realistically, you're happy to trade him. Now you're going to have to trade him, but you can pick up, your Jake Lloyds, Jack Crisp, who is the 5th most expensive defender still.
But can I point out just
Interestingly.
something about that? Jack Crisp is currently the record holder in the AFL for most consecutive games, so he's so durable.
Yeah.
So if you had to make a call between Crisp and Hall, in my opinion, it was a no-brainer that you'd go with the guy that's more durable. So at that point, yes, what you said is 100% correct.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you didn't then take Crisp, or you didn't have him still, you'd be like, well, I'm getting him now, but I'm burning a trade just to get the guy I should have started with.
I'm saying this more as someone who, up until he did his hamstring in preseason, being me, had Harron Hall and Jack Crisp. Yeah. You're happier with Hall than you are with Jake Lloyd. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
But Pod, Bailey Smith. And Jai Simpkin, but bigger time Bailey Smith.
I considered Crips to Bailey Smith a few times during the week.
Did you end up trading Crips?
I did. We'll get to that.
I think I know who you traded.
It's going to be a really funny one.
But yeah, Bailey Smith has scored 139. Then he missed a game. What was that?
First
for?
time he missed a game since he debuted.
Yeah, what was that for?
It was a pretty late out, I think. Too. Yeah. Or a surprise.
Had a couple of jalapenos. Then he scored 80, 122, and 135. And he looks like Bailey Smith from not last year, but the year before.
But he's CBAs. He's not playing on a wing.
He's actually in there.
Yeah.
And
Bond's playing forward
his
a lot
spread is quite good. I think that's the key with Bailey Smith is as soon as the ball hits the deck and he doesn't get it, he actually spreads from contest, whereas you look at a lot of players and they kind of just hang around.
Yep.
Whereas he's like, nah.
Oh.
But I think that is dependent on because they have McRae, Libba, Bont, all that those kinds of players that if he spreads, it's like, well, they're probably going to win it because they're very good. If he was playing for like North Melbourne, it's like, well, if I leave, I'm not
He's going to
it.
stay there.
Yeah. But yeah, he's one. Bont, I don't think will pick up forward status. I think he's going to drop just short of the 35%.
He played a lot of forward on the weekend.
Based on the percentages that someone's done, it's 32.4 he's up.
For those playing at home, how does one pick up defensive, forward?
You have to have played at least 35% game time up until this point to get it.
But how do they have to name them as forward or defense?
No,
or?
so it's where you line up at centre bounce.
Okay.
So if you line up in the forward line at a centre bounce, it's like, so say let's say there's 10, there's going to be more, but say there's 10 centre bounces and you line up in the forward line for 4, you've played 40% forward.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. No worries. All right. Any more on that game?
Pretty confident in that answer, but I'm
Champion
happy
Data
to be
did
proven incorrect.
release a very surprise probable forward mid change.
From mid to forward mid or forward
From mid to forward mid. Tom Mitchell.
Yeah.
So they've actually released that information saying Tom Mitchell is close. It might depend on this game what he does tomorrow against Geelong, but that'd be an interesting person to have in your forward line, being able to get Tom Mitchell.
The disappointment from this game is, aside from Bont not picking up forward, is apparently Horn Francis won't pick up forward either.
Horn Francis couldn't pick up his own mother from the airport. As far as
Air
Force.
Because he doesn't know where the airport is.
But it's funny that you say that because he had 18 touches. He just couldn't give it to a North Melbourne bloke.
Yeah, no, he was he actually played a decent game.
Well,
he got the footy, he just didn't use it the best.
Yeah, listen, everyone needs to get this. I don't know anything about footy. So, Darcy, I don't know anything. Is that his name?
Who?
Darcy Horn Francis.
Yeah, is that his name?
No, it's Jason.
Nah, fuck him.
No, to be fair, I'm going to give Simon benefit of the doubt on something.
Why, he's got 3 names. You
Why
can
the
only remember 2.
What fucking 18-year-old's called Jason?
Yeah, but I guess he was also a 2-year-old named Jason, which is weirder.
In
He was also a newborn.
Yeah.
4?
No.
glad
So
I looked down the barrel. That
if
was
you
good.
look at the positive numbers for him in this game, so 18 touches, 11 were kicks, good. 1 mark, 4 tackles, good. 12 contested possessions of his 18, 2 clearances. Now we get to the bad. 4 free kicks against.
That's what got him.
9 clangers and 44% disposal efficiency. So as a game, promising signs, blah, blah, blah. I think he'll still have a low break even, so he might be worth keeping around for now. He's not your most pressing issue is what I'm trying to suggest.
Another one on the bubble was Flynn
Perez.
I saw someone went early on him.
Well, he'll be on the bubble next week, won't he?
No, he played last week.
Yes.
Well.
So That's his second game, so he's on the bubble
Yeah.
now.
Oh, sorry, he's in the bubble now.
Yeah.
After that game.
32 and 41 for
Yeah.
him.
So,
So
look,
he's one to keep an eye out.
But I think they do rate him, so that's a bit of a wait and see.
He
if
took
he's
kick-ins.
in games. Yeah. Anyway,
Righto. Now we should
love
definitely
it.
talk about this bloody delicious booze.
Oh, listen, I can tell you what, I've had it in all ways. I've had it on tap.
Did you butt chug it?
Oh, well, bloody, I would have. I'll tell you what. So I've had it on tap from the festival.
Yes.
I had it at Bridge Road. I had it at Good Shed.
Yeah.
I had it out of the can.
Oh, did you go on a big fucking tour today?
No, I
And
did.
get Eggster everywhere.
No, so we
And as a matter of fact, we've got it now.
the best cold beer, and it's fucking extra. No, I had it at I had a big pint of it, and I told
Yeah, where?
I told my partner that I'll be 15 minutes, and then 45 minutes later she said, "How's that 15 minutes going?" I said, "Good,
Good.
thank you,
good with
excellent.
a T at the end.
Yeah, good. Dude.
good."
Good.
But it was excellent. It was. I wish it was next year. They should do an imperial version, but it was. It was quite light, but it was just chocolate. And it was good.
It's chocolate.
And at Bridge Road today, they were doing it out of a chocolate bloody red tulip bloody bunny.
Oh, yeah.
So they had just the tip of the ears cut off, and they were doing it out of that.
Did you do it that
No,
way?
I didn't because
You could have then had it every way.
well, yeah, touche, salesman. But it was excellent, and I've tried to. Yeah, it was just excellent. It was fantastic, and I'm glad. I really like.
Still is.
Yeah, I really like that they do the Easter beers. I like Christmas beers. I like all those things. It's a good excuse to do.
I
those sorts
like
of things.
May 14th beers. I just like beers.
No, but it's a good excuse. Yeah.
May 14th.
What did you, Gratz? If you had it before,
No, this is the first time I've had it.
have you had it before?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what did you think?
I thought, I still think it's delicious.
Yeah.
I love chocolate,
Yeah.
unlike hot cross buns, so that works because it tastes exactly like chocolate. But yeah, I spoke to the rep. They did a tasting at Lane Cellars, and she was just like, "Yeah, we just put chocolate in it." And I was like, "Was there much beer?" And it's like, "Nah, chocolate,
Do you know what chocolate?
chocolate.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what chocolate."
Oh, yeah, I know. But, you
Well,
know,
they
you
don't-
get some of that cheap Aldi chocolate sometimes, and it's like,
Hey.
Listen, we almost have to do another podcast about that Aldi chocolate.
I love
because-
Aldi chocolate.
Well, no,
That's
but
all I eat.
sometimes it's the best, but sometimes it is the worst.
Yeah, but you got to get the right flavour.
yeah, we have
Yeah,
some
but-
recent evidence. that
Yeah, I thought
there
it was
a bad
all
batch.
good. We had a bad batch.
Yeah. But as someone who hasn't had this before, I love chocolate, and as someone that tries to be quite disciplined with what I eat, when I get to enjoy chocolate, I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So being able to have it in a beer like this,
What do you reckon?
oh, this is so good. But then how am I rating this? Like, you know, if
Five.
I'm going back to categories, beer categories, and rating this, I don't know. Yeah. Like, I don't know how to rate it. Like, because it's just so delicious. It's 5 out of 5 for chocolate beer.
Yeah.
How many chocolate beers have I had? I don't know.
Gotcha. Yeah,
But it's so
gotcha.
good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
delicious.
Well,
No,
you got a
that's
chocolate
awesome.
beer there. Would you compare it to that?
Slight-
chocolate
no.
beer?
This is slightly different. So this is like someone melted chocolate, and then if alcohol was just a thing you had in your hand, you put in at the same, and then
Yeah.
there it was. The Hawker's chocolate lager that we'll get to a bit later. That is like a lager beer with like a chocolate hint to it, which actually makes the
Okay.
lager something completely different. So it's,
Yeah.
I drink
But
a lager
extra.
beer. I drink a vodka
Delicious.
drink.
So what is it? What is it actually? What's its name?
Well, it just says triple
Is
chocolate
it-
ale.
it's chocolate ale. So
That's
it's,
it.
it's an ale, but it
There
like
you go.
doesn't taste like a stout.
Yeah, but
does it?
beers are either ale or lagers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, yeah. So I had that, but I had the nitro version today.
ya?
They nitroed it up in my bloody pint glass.
And how'd you go?
oh, Mister, I don't like nitro.
Well, they
Dickhead.
didn't ask me to administer the nitro. They did it. They did it themselves, and it was fantastic. So, good stuff. All right.
He'd lose every race in Fast and Furious because he hates nitrous. He'd just be like, "No, I don't want it."
Yeah.
Can't I just drive?
No,
no,
because
you can taste it.
No, I'd be driving at like 210 k's per hour. I'd be like, shake, shake, and then it'd be, yeah, we can't shake at that that amount of speed. So next one wasn't an event. Sydney Swans 121, West Coast Eagles
I reckon we.
58.
Do you have the record?
I didn't even want to listen to it because it's so bad. I don't. Whatever the what record?
Since I think the year 2000, longest time without scoring in a game.
Yeah,
West
right.
Coast.
Well, I think we need to cancel Good Friday footy. That's for sure.
No, I think we need to keep Good Friday footy, but
Nah.
North Melbourne should get some ring-ins just for the day.
Yeah,
like Petrarca's allowed to play for North Melbourne.
Yeah. It's like, it's Western Bulldogs versus the AFL All-Stars.
You do a State of Origin.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be the way to do it.
But yeah, we're not going to talk about footy because there wasn't much footy being played by one of the teams.
1 ton from the Eagles. if
Yeah,
you're brave
one.
enough.
And it was a good one, 134 for Witherden. I reckon that's actually quite... He looks like a decent little player. Well, little player. He's been good SuperCoach-wise.
People have had him in the past.
What's he got? 63 in his first game, and he's got 106, 127, 134.
We don't have his price handy, which is
No,
unfortunate.
I
He
can
would have
get it
started
for
the
you.
year a bit cheaper. But then he'd be going up after those games.
What are you? Would bloody... Here we go. I can get you a price for Witherden.
I've broken my record for burps on this podcast.
480k.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. I've already planned my trades, I think.
Oh, I've got a lot to do.
Yeah, well, fuck. But Simmo's left because he really hated this game of footy, I think. He just did not enjoy it.
Oh, he's actually sprinting.
He's
around
running
his house.
away. He's
He
running
doesn't
in
have any
the
beers left in the fridge. I don't know where
other
he's going.
direction.
If he comes back with 0-0 or a water.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, no, he's going to get some panna chocolate. On the West Coast side, did we all have Hugh Dixon?
On the bench, but yes.
Yeah, on the bench for me as
Nope.
well. Oh, you don't have Hugh Dixon?
Nope.
Okay. Geez, that run made him more pissed, I think.
Nope.
May
have.
Yeah, not much else to report home about on the West Coast side. Sydney, though, Luke Parker played really well.
Yeah, if you look at round 1, went huge. The last few rounds, surprisingly horrific.
Yes.
There's another Sydney midfielder, though, that I'd love as a pod.
Callum
whose
Mills.
Initials are Callum Mills.
You got best on ground. The trophy looked like a big bong.
So there a
I don't
trophy
know
for
if you
this
saw
game?
that. Yeah.
What trophy was it?
The fucking
well,
what
the
do you mean?
East-West.
Good Friday.
Weird.
The Good Friday East-West.
That's
best
what the
on ground.
Good Friday appeal needs to change to. Is like, can we get some money donated so West Coast and North Melbourne can get some players?
They can play each other.
Also, I hear that the Good Friday appeal, they made a very good record for the amount of money raised.
Fantastic.
Didn't hear a knock at my door.
No.
Do you hear the sirens? You meant to go out.
Is that what it was?
Yep.
Touche.
Yeah, it wasn't emergency call.
We were like, what's that siren? Never heard that before.
Yeah.
I didn't know
You go
how to
out.
run it.
It's like Mr. Whippy for money.
It's like reverse Mr. Whippy.
No, it's
Well,
Mr.
no,
Whippy.
it's the same as Mr. Whippy. You give him money, but you don't get an ice cream.
No.
back.
It's Mr. Whippy for just like feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, but there you go. Touche.
Isaac Heaney?
Touche used 2 times so far. Isaac Heaney, 112. You're the only one here with Heaney, I think.
Am I still? Okay, good.
No, I don't have
No, I
it.
went
I've
without.
hardly made trades.
I only made one trade this week. I actually traded. Fuck. Don't know who I traded. Fuck. No, I actually can't
O'Driscoll?
tell you who I traded. No,
O'Driscoll?
I already had him. No, hold on. Let me.
Just
Now
say-
I've started. Oh no! I tell you what I did. I did Hinge to Steen. Hinge Steen.
Well, Steen scored 55 ball points and Hinge was going to.
And I've got Steen on the field now because I don't trust Sam DeConey.
Also,
just yet.
one interesting stat. Paddy McCartan scored a fine 68,
Yeah, and
which
he's-
was the 5th lowest Sydney Swans scorer.
Yeah, and he was also on 38 at quarter time.
He was, but that's okay. Yeah, the Borner was never down there.
Yeah, but yeah, that's about that in that game.
Any pod watch? I know a few people brought in McInerney recently.
Yeah, he only scored 84, so disappointing from him.
You wouldn't be...
Well, Callum Mills,
Banging your head against
Callum
the wall
Mills
over
and
that.
Alex Witherden are the picks this week. Elliot Yeo returned with a 61, and Shuey returned with a 77.
And Jake Lloyd's price will continue to plummet despite the fact he didn't score a horrible score. But he's 76 last week and backed up with 105.
Yeah.
So
Tough going.
might be a bit cheaper. Anyway,
Next game, look, we're at 43 minutes or something.
Yeah,
so
well,
we
let's
need
we'll
get
rip
through
through
it.
this now.
so shouldn't kill
We don't need to talk about Sunday's footy.
Nah.
7
The goal comes.
61.
Yep, so quickly, Jack Steele, You had him?
I don't have Jack
Don't
Steele.
have him.
I don't. I should have.
Considered Cripps to steal.
I have
Didn't do it.
Steele. He scored 131. I have Jack Hayes, who's got 105.
Oh, so on the field,
bench.
off the
No,
bench.
on the
So
bench,
what do we
obviously.
do with Jack Steele? Because I feel
Jack
is
Hayes.
it whatever his
There's
name.
too many. I'll give you that one because there's too many fucking
Fair
Jacks
enough.
at this club.
But like he's got ruck forward status.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a play where we just get him on the field there somewhere and
well,
and
if
put
you're
someone
going
in
to,
ruck?
you'd have him in your forward line. Well, so
Yeah.
I actually have him in my forward line because I've got Huge Dix in it as my R3.
Yeah, because he's quite consistent.
Yes. Well, if he plays,
Issue with
he
Hayes is that when Ryder plays, they're just
But-
like Jack. Just
well, you're
step
going to
to
get
the side.
another week next. You're going to get another week of him next week because Paddy's out again with his 2-week suspension. So yeah, I'd hang him. I'd keep him around for then, and then he's after that he might be one difficult score away from really holding value. So he's probably only a couple of weeks from trading anyway.
Okay.
Yep.
Because he is a tall, it's hard to, unless you're Max Gawn, who's been volatile this year partially. The talls tend to be quite volatile, especially like second talls like Jack Hayes because he's not
Yep.
the number one ruckman.
No, very good.
Jade Gresham owners would be very happy.
Yeah. He was just a really awkward price
Awkward price,
to start the season. 299k.
tough injury history.
Well, Achilles, you never know, especially a rupture. Like, you just never know how
but
someone's
even
gonna
that, I
return.
don't think he was super reliable.
He'd
But
always
yeah,
been someone I kept an eye on as a pod, but they'd never actually backed it up.
4 tons out of his 5 games already. Marcus Windhager in his second game, 43. Wanganeen Miller, his bubble. He was on the bubble before this game. He scored 44. I'm just sticking with the St Kilda side. The man that I'll be bringing in this week, and I'll do everything to bring in, is Jack Sinclair.
Most improved player in the AFL, Jack Sinclair.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Didn't see him being an All-Australian smoky, but I reckon he's in the side right now if they did it.
No,
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah, he's probably the best halfback in the comp at the moment.
I'll wish he wore brown and gold, I can tell you that.
Gold Coast side, not much to talk about, to be honest.
Did I tell you I had Hayes on field? You guys didn't?
Oh, did ya?
Yeah, I had
well
Hayes
done.
on field.
As
So
a
I had to
forward or
I had-
ruck?
Forward. I had to decide between Hayes and Rochelle.
Okay.
At 3/4 time, Rochelle was on 16. You have no idea how happy. And I went for it because it was Hayes with no rider against Gold Coast with no rucks, aside from Wits. And Chol got injured. So just went
Well,
for
you
it.
didn't know that.
No, but mature age player, I thought he's going to have an okay game, and he just kept ticking along.
He got the Bont treatment for a lot of it.
Well, he was on 40-something at half time, and then I didn't get to watch the second half. And every time I checked the score, he was just going up.
Yeah, but if
and
you
up
look at
and
his
up.
numbers, 16 touches, 5 marks, 2 tackles, 5 hitouts, and a goal. Not great.
Did he go at like 240% disposal efficiency?
Well, he went at 81, and 11 of his 16 touches were contested. So I guess that's
probably
where
right.
it is.
Yeah.
Gold Coast side, Took Miller. He scored 107, which is disappointing for Took.
Simmo's old mate in second
mates.
for Gold Coast.
Yes.
Oleg.
Took, and then also we've also got Raul, who we're
Oh,
not sure if we're moving on.
I 100% am moving on because his break even was 68 and he ended on 64. So he's donezo for money and he's not pulling in the scores we need. So Matt
He's
Rao,
tagging.
yeah, it's disgusting. Who has a number 1 pick tag? Stewie Jew's got to go.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I will be doing Matt Rao and one of my rookies that will not make more money, possibly Rochelle, could be Josh Ward,
Yep.
to a rookie. And hopefully I can afford Jack Sinclair is my
That's not bad.
ideal move.
Is
Because I'm
it-
very light at the back.
A big rookie on the bubble.
Yes.
Rosas.
Oh, Rosas.
Rose ass.
Rosas.
Yeah, very
not
good.
not Tits Ass, who we thought would
No.
be playing for Gold Coast, but Rosas. What's he? He's gone and scored a couple of 70s, I
I
think.
think he's had a couple. He did kick 3 last week, and someone
Yeah.
pointed out and said, he did it off goals. This week, I don't think he did it off weight of goals. What were his stats quickly?
Quickly for Malcolm Rosas, 15 touches, 2 marks, 7 tackles, 2 behinds.
Yep, he's getting tackled.
And he scored
3 touches.
74 and 73.
And I think he's 130 something.
130k. So
Yeah.
it's the perfect downgrade for Josh Rochelle.
I reckon that's
Yeah, that's about that for that game.
Next game. Oh, hang on.
Ooh.
Whoa. Hang on.
Yeah.
What?
I thought we were talking about St Kilda gold cunts.
We
and
did
then
that.
Yeah, we
then
were, that's
then we
done.
moved on.
Yeah.
Well, we sort of slipped in there. I didn't do the score, did I?
Yeah, you did.
You did.
Oh, well,
Fuck, he's so drunk.
You better do the next one.
I'm pretty pissed. So we're up to Melbourne DWS.
Well, you certainly aren't.
Nah.
DWS?
Nah.
What do you mean?
There's one above that. I can see it from
Crows?
Here.
No, but we're talking about Rochelle.
We're about to.
Yeah. We're about to talk about
No, we
No,
meant-
you mentioned
No,
it
we
a number
did.
of
mentioned
times.
because
him.
of Rosas.
Because of Rosas.
Okay. That's where I was getting confused. Okay.
Harvey Norman's.
Yeah,
60
finally,
months interest free.
what he's finally done is let us know how much he tunes in,
Yeah.
like to when we're talking.
He's like, Rochelle. No, but this is Simmo. He's like, what? Rochelle.
All I know is been talking for bloody 50 minutes about the bloody.
we're
There's a
nearly
couple
there.
of games going. There's 4 more games to go. We need to play.
Yeah, well, we smashed that one. We've been talking about you not knowing what we're talking about for 15 minutes now.
Adelaide Crows 101. Richmond Dogs 2.
The most
Jaden Short, bad. Rory
Yes.
Laird, if you can get him. Good.
Excellent.
Yeah, Rory
Melbourne
Sloan,
Demons.
not good. This is the worst umpired game ever, which is just a quick statement I'd like to make.
interesting.
But yeah, Rory Laird, big plus. If you can get him in, might be worth a shout. He's played 3 games. He scored 90 something and a couple of tons. Ben Keys the same. If you can get him in, go for it.
Still going.
Yeah, Jordan Dawson, quietly average. I think his low score's 98, top score's 104.
He doesn't do much and gets 100.
Yeah, he's just there. Who else is interesting on that team? Just quickly scanning through. Josh Rochelle, as we said, 49. He might be.
We won't be cranky if you move him on. We're considering it.
Yeah, I think that's probably a first option. On the Richmond side, Cochin wound back time to get a big 120. Prestia, 104. He's always had that in him. But
he played
what
22 games a
What
year
he's
at Getty.
also had in him is very, very weak hamstrings.
Chalky bones, we call those guys.
Vloston, first game back, 98, very good. Jaden Short, 56, not good, which is worrying because it also coincided with Vloston coming back. So is that a trend? We'll wait and see. That's something to keep an eye on.
If you
for
brought
sure.
in Thompson Dow,
Yes.
did you field him?
No, I did not.
I didn't field him. I had the emergency on him.
Yeah.
He was my backup for, ended up being Brady Hoff,
Huff.
who was my captain.
Yep.
So I get my craze score. But he was also my backup for Paddy Cripps to see.
Leave some of that for fine.
Okay. So if
No,
Dowd,
what do you got? 2 of them. Don't worry, you don't have to. 'cause
No,
he's got his own.
so the leap to the fridge was like I poured the whole beer in my glass and then
Oh,
went,
then well,
goodness.
fuck.
I
Okay,
didn't-
so that's to share between
that's
us.
To share.
and then if Dow had scored well, I
Yes.
would have kept Cripps.
But yeah, Dow 55, which for me as my M9, I'm happy with. Actually, no, I think he actually ended up this week as my F7.
Oh,
Interestingly,
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, the other one that I actually like the score of this week because it cuts him down at the knees for a couple of weeks' time is Daniel Rioli. Scored a 64 after the back off the back of 3 tons.
Yeah.
I think this is an outlier score for him, which helps me in. Yeah, as I said, in a couple of weeks' time when I'm ready for another upgrade, he can jump right in at D5.
A shout out to my mate Jimmy, who's tries SuperCoach. He's not the best at it, but he had Darcy Moore in his back line.
Nice.
And he gave me his phone and said, just fix anything. And we had to move a few guys around, had to create some money. And this was a couple of weeks ago. So Darcy Moore to Daniel Rioli was a nice little thing. And straight up, first up week at his team, 100 for Rioli. So I was chuffed at that.
Well done, Gratz. Good stuff.
No, good on Jimmy.
But then this week, Darcy Moore scored 120 and Dan Rioli scored 60.
No, but we're not talking about that.
We're not talking about this week. That's it for that game, Sime. Ben Miller has had his price rise, I
and
believe.
sorry, Rory Sloan.
Yeah.
He's done his ACL. He said he's going to come back, but he's been playing since 2008.
And the
Might be
disappointing thing is end of contract this year as well. I mean, he's club captain, so they're not going to... I think they'll give him the option of re-signing,
Yeah,
but it
they
is
will.
very disappointing because he's a good bloke as well.
Yeah. Who'd you have, son?
I had Sherlock Holmes. I had
Sherlock Holmes.
no, and then I had Venom, the Venom guy. And then
Where
I had,
is he?
Nah, I don't know. No, who do I have? It doesn't matter who I had. Rochelle, I'm not sure of. That's all I can say.
I won't
Had
spend any
short.
time on it.
No, had short. He was a bit of a bummer.
Fell short.
Big
Yeah, he fell
short.
So what I'm more interested in is the comments in the WhatsApp chat. So Tex was back or not?
Did we
Yeah.
mention that? But yeah, he played really well.
Yeah,
he played really well.
Texas still got it.
Again, unfortunate for the wider community. Much
What,
like
did he
the
make
Jordan
another
DeCoe.
comment?
No. Remember
it's
the
just
comment
like-
from last year?
He's a racist
But
He made a
who
racist
happens to be
comment.
good at football, unfortunately.
He made a
for
racist comment
society.
and just came back from his suspension from
no,
the
I
racist
get that.
comment.
But I thought he kicked a goal and was like, "Hey."
Oh, no, he hasn't done anything.
Okay,
after
that's
that.
all right.
No, he's
Yeah, he kicked a banana.
He's
out
been
the-
on
he's
his best
staying on the
behaviour.
straight
Straight and narrow, that's
which we
for-
like to see.
For now.
Which we
That's
like
all right.
to
Doesn't
see.
matter. No one gives a fuck who I have. Everyone knows I have a shit team anyway.
Hey,
So Melbourne
go through
Demons
that at the end, where you're
120.
Yep.
Can I go first?
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
need
just-
to get it moving though.
Quickly, Melbourne,
Yeah.
very good.
This was my make or break game because I had 6 players.
Yes.
And the reason I had 6 players was because Dow didn't score enough. And I thought I need another premium. So I did a little move around and I brought in Luke Jackson,
That sucked.
who then scored 60.
Yeah, well, you never bring in the second
Oh.
ruck.
All I need to say to you is that's my fault because the only person that's been saying that Luke Jackson is great for this season is me.
Do you know what the problem
I don't know
was?
anything.
What's his time on grounds percentage?
66.
Yeah. He didn't play for 15 minutes straight in the third quarter. So if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have brought him in.
No, I think he's good though.
He's a good
is
player, but
he's a good player.
Anyway, everyone else was good. Bowie's still ticking along. He made his break even, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Oliver Good, gone good. Josh Kelly got another ton, which was nice. Canelio played a great game, got a 90. Oh, but everyone's got him, so that's fine.
96.
But yeah, anyway, this was the game that basically meant that I wasn't going to score sub 2,000 and it went okay, but Luke Jackson's really killed me. Can I trade him out after 1 week or should I hold him?
Well, he's going to lose money, so it might.
I don't care about the money, really.
Yeah,
it's
I
more
don't
about,
know.
can I keep him for the whole year? He was meant to
Yeah.
be my F6.
I reckon he's
Yeah,
gonna,
you could keep him.
because I think he's made, like, from a football perspective, I don't know anything, as I keep saying, but I think he's only going to get better. So I think
Yeah,
if it's going to
I'd
cost you a
keep-
bit,
He's been
I would
going up,
keep
down,
him.
up, down, up, down. But if he's going
Yeah.
to pay 6% game time.
Well, he's there now. You've got him now, so you may as well keep
But
him.
like,
I could
as
turn
if
him into Bruce and save 250k.
Yeah, but Bruce
Oh.
might not come back in because Matt Flynn was a gun.
Flynn did play well.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I got my
But
shit
yeah,
out of the way.
Stephen May is playing really well.
He's
at the
back in
moment.
pod form.
Yeah, he's been really good. And you know the good thing about Stephen May, Simon?
Tell me.
In his 5 games this year, I'll give you 5 numbers: 80, 89, 100, 83, 91.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Percentage of kick-ins
Yeah.
that he's taken. So he takes every kick-in. So as long as the other team kicks a lot of points, he gets a lot of kicks.
All I know about Stephen May is people they can't get past him.
Yeah.
I was talking to Gratz about this. It's one guy and the field's pretty bloody wide. but I watched a little bit and I'm like, they literally can't get past him. I don't understand why. Like, is he Iron Man?
Because there's 6 of him.
Yeah, it's insane.
He's slightly wider than every other player.
yeah, but he's always in the right spot.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
very
he's-
But he
smart.
looks like
Yeah,
he
he is.
can't. He looks like you're quicker than him when he runs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Yes,
of-
exactly. Yeah.
One of a long line of Gold Coast players that they lost.
Yes, he was a captain too.
Yeah. Huh?
Nah,
Was it
it
time?
doesn't- That was a button. Doesn't matter.
Which one?
Keep going.
The goal comes.
Yep. There you go. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, nice. Good on you. Thanks for remembering.
Yes.
Um,
buttons.
Sorry, Collingwood lost, didn't they?
You fucking deserve it. But yeah, that's about it. Finn Callahan played his first game, scored 48.
He looked pretty good.
13 touches and a goal. I brought in Jake Steen, again, as I said, 55 now, so he'll go up in dollar value. Whitfield, 73. I know you still got him, Simon. You're sticking tough to your lucky
I am,
Whitfield.
Surely.
He had a lot of the footy. He just didn't use it well.
Yeah, he's just soft. Like, I do like watching him play, but he just looks like the kid that doesn't really want to get dirty. Like, he's like, oh,
Kidney
nah,
boy.
don't. Nah.
Yeah.
He's basically, if I played footy, stop fucking touching
Don't
me.
touch me. That's
Like, stop touching me. I'm not touching you. You don't touch me. Is that...
He looks like a bloke that misses his appendix.
Does he not have one?
That's only he kicked on his left foot for the whole 2019 grand final because 2 weeks earlier he got his appendix taken out.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Oh, well,
Very
then I
specific.
take back calling him soft then, because I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, that's about it for that.
What is this final beer we're drinking?
Oh, yeah. White Rabbit.
So, I'll tell you a little tale.
Go
so,
on.
So, Thirsty Crow and Wagga, when they first opened, they had this as like a celebrity, like they had
Celebrity guest.
celebrity guest. They had a Kolsch and they had a blah blah blah, and they had a White Rabbit dark ale, and I was hooked on that. I almost hooked it into my veins. But Beer Deluxe had that on tap last year, and I saw it. It's gone to the wider community, and it's bloody delicious. What do you reckon?
The extra I prefer.
The eggs are more chocolatey,
More
but this is
chocolatey.
very nice.
Yes,
This
yeah,
is still
it's
nice.
This is still very nice.
At least this one tells us what chocolate it is.
Yeah, so Panna, I don't know if you know. That's
Organic.
Yeah, it's organic. I believe it's some
Organic
sort of-
cacao.
Vagina. Vagina. Cacao.
He
I believe-
definitely said vagina.
He said vagina cacao.
I didn't mean to. If I did,
Vagina cacao.
but I believe it's that's a good beer.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
White
think
Rabbit chocolate
we don't
stout.
need the tasting
I'm
notes
so
on
fatigued.
White
that.
Rabbit chocolate stout with vagina cacao.
I meant to say vegan. It's okay. It's vegan. I believe.
Vegan. Yeah, right. Anyway,
Oh yeah, right.
um,
Yeah, exactly.
Simmo to us.
Yeah, so Gratzy just hit the button that I would hit.
no, thank you, White Rabbit. It's very nice.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's very good.
You White Rabbit.
Dogs.
Anyway, we've been watching Carlton and Port Adelaide in the background, and that's the next game.
And I'll tell you what. So, Carlton 94, Port Adelaide 91.
Can you every time you give me team scores, I'll tell you what. like it's an opinion rather than
No,
fact. I'll tell
so-
you what. Fucking Carlton 94.
No, so
Port Adelaide 91.
yeah, so I got ahead of
I'll
myself.
tell you that for free.
So Port Adelaide have been playing like shit.
Yeah.
And they put a different jersey on and they thought, hey, we're a different team today. We're not Port Adelaide. We're the... And then just make up their own name, whatever they played as a kid, with the East Lakes...
The Port Adelaide Magpies.
East Lakes bloody Eagles or something like that.
Well, I hope that's
Nah,
a team.
but for the first
West
half, they
Lakes.
didn't show up. 50 points down. Almost the biggest comeback in their history. But the replay we've got, 11:44 left, 86-78.
But I like the wearing a different jersey because I look down, they're like, I'm just guest fucking playing for a different team that isn't fucking
They've done
shit.
what we want North Melbourne to do and just hide the
Yeah,
best players.
exactly.
Do we all have Hewitt?
They did this against Hawthorn though, Carlton. Like they have a pen.
And the Bulldogs?
They do enjoy throwing away leads for some reason.
And the Bulldogs?
But yeah, everyone had Hewitt.
No, I haven't done. I'm an idiot.
How have you got Whitfield and not Hewitt? I think that was like the most common trade for the last 6 weeks.
No.
It's
Because
time.
everyone knows because I tried to trade Whitfield for Hewitt and I was short $100.
Oh, that's true. No, that's
was
actually
he?
true.
That's tough.
Yeah,
So that would have been a straight trade, but I was short.
$100
Anyway, goodness me.
and a $10 million salary.
Yeah, like honestly, I would.
Like, you could have given your own money.
Well, to be
Yes!
fair,
I would've put it-
he did have $15 million at the start of the season. Remember the team?
That's
He
true. He
rolled
did.
out.
I would have put in $100 of my own money to get it.
PayPal. Butters is back.
Yeah,
good.
111 and then scaled up to
130.
yeah.
Yeah, we bloody better be because
He didn't score 130 combined the last 2 weeks.
butterby, I tell you that.
better be.
Yeah, because he kept getting bumped by Pal Pepper.
No, he was great. He played full-time midfield, like
Yeah.
nearly a full game.
Yeah, 32 touches, 7 marks. How good.
Yeah.
Ryan Burton, really good. He's actually...
Nah, fuck off, Hinkley.
I love that you've got no football opinions, except sometimes you just
But he's
really
a Port
don't
Adelaide
like-
fan when Ken Hinkley's on the
Fuck
screen.
you, Ken Hinkley.
No, all I have about Ken Hinkley is like, yeah, we're all on the same page. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, your team sucks. You lose all the time. Like, get rid of you. Like,
Yeah.
I could coach a better team.
Get rid of him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hewitt, he scored well. Sam Walsh, 128.
Sam Walsh got special points in the last quarter. He should have been done holding the ball about 3 times and it wasn't paid. And I reckon that they kept giving him like special glitch points every time that happened.
Well, it's because like he was on a really low score for how good he was
Yeah.
to start off with. But yeah, he's in his 4 games so far, 90, 124, 101, 128. So
We wanted to start him and we couldn't because he was injured. But
But-
what about these blokes coming back from
gun.
syndesmosis after a few weeks? Alirali's already back.
yeah,
Walsh was back early.
I reckon Alirali should have.
Simmo, you're going to get Alirali.
Alirali should have hung out at home for a couple more weeks. I reckon he was so shit.
Yeah, but still,
Poor bloke.
like, I love that bloke. And I don't give a shit if he scores 20 every week. I should get him in.
All I know is
You'll get him
now-
for cheap though soon.
But he might have. I think he scored 20
when you're
this week.
All I know, well, 36. When you play Port Adelaide, not that they're any good. Like if they were good again, if you're the best forward, so today Kerno or Mackay, go stand on Alirali because Cleary and Jonas good one-on-one defenders. Alirali not a good one-on-one.
No, he's better
defender.
at intercepting.
Yes. And in the next game, if you're a tall forward and you're playing the Bombers, it doesn't matter where the fuck you stand because you'll kick 6. But yeah.
7.
7. Okay. Yeah, good.
Anyway.
But yeah, Sam Hayes' first game for Port Adelaide, he scored 75 off. 5 touches.
Yep.
Old Sam Hayes.
They mentioned on the commentary he has no endurance, so he will fade out of games.
Yeah, but he had 20 hitouts and 12, I believe, were to advantage,
Yep.
which is quite a good amount of HTAs.
Yeah.
Hitouts to advantage.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
We're nearly there, Simon.
Yeah. So I don't know if we need to talk about this. It's not our biggest loss of the year,
From a
though.
SuperCoach perspective, we'll talk
Yeah,
about
no, yeah.
Fremantle Dockers, 107. National Bubbles, what you know.
As the supporters.
it. Very mad.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but we're not, though. Because the thing is, as an Essendon supporter, you just expect it. It's just obvious what's
Yeah,
going to
good
happen.
for a half.
Yeah, but
Um,
as mentioned, Huddo walked in to my house. He's wearing a bloody green shirt and a purple hat.
He's 1995 Freo
Singing
fan.
singing the Freo
It's
song.
like on your
Yeah.
Rove McManus.
Yes, he's changed teams. Anyway,
Um,
not in the regard you'd think.
Oh.
Good Lord.
Move on from me as a person.
as a person, write him off. What did we have? Nick Martin, 76.
That's fine.
Yeah, it
He's
was-
going up in price.
yeah, I love it.
Yeah, he's
Love
good.
that from him.
He's
You've gotten rid of Jordan Ridley by now?
I still have him.
Oh, do you? 81.
Well, he scored 2 tons last week. Don't know what happened this week. What did he score? 81.
81. Dyson Heppel, 142.
Yeah. Darcy Parish is relevant.
114. Yeah, but it's while Zach Merritt's out.
What about Broads?
Will Brody.
Will Brody.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did he end up
94.
with? 94.
Did he?
Do you want
Has
to know?
anyone got him? I've got
still don't
Brody.
have
I've got him.
Yeah,
Time
I've
on
got
ground, 63%.
I haven't got him or Jared.
If that bloke,
Cherry.
if that bloke could play more than 20 minutes of a game, he'd be incredible.
Well, tell him to finish a time trial over summer.
Because he got 94. He had 26 touches, 11 contested, 9 clearances.
Yep. I can't get him now.
The other one that he had a massive break even, 2 actually, that had massive scores today as well, and it's nowhere near their break even. Andy Brayshaw and Sean Darcy. And the big thing about Andy Brayshaw is, he can't break a tag. You know, in the 2 games he's been tagged, he scored 96 and 95. And in the 3 games he hasn't been tagged, he scored 127, 189, and 132. Now I don't want to get Jack Sinclair. I want to get Andy Brayshaw.
Yeah, I want Andrew Brayshaw too. Yeah.
Andrew Brayshaw is very good when he's not getting punched in the jaw by Andrew Gaff.
Now the big one, the rookie we should have all had, unless on fear, was Noddy O'Driscoll.
Can I humble brag here, had him from round 1.
You've done well to hold him.
Yeah.
I had him from round 1 until I traded him. So
Why?
I didn't technically.
Did
I,
you trade him back in?
I did. I've
Okay.
got him now. But he
On
wasn't
your field?
But he wasn't on field.
Oh no!
No, but you know the thing is though
No,
that
did you have Hayes on the bench too?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah, so I had O'Driscoll, and look, I don't know anything, but I looked at it. And
don't
it's-
you? You haven't mentioned that.
Oh, yeah, sorry. But I had him in my team because percentage of I just did percentages because I don't know anything, as I've said.
Oh.
But he was on the bench, but he could get on the field
you know-
pretty soon.
Yeah, the thing is though that's kind of a good sign because in my team I have 3 rookies. Like Paddy McCartan is my D3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I'm still outscoring you, so
Oh no. Bigger no.
suck one.
What are we doing for the season? What have we got?
Oh, yeah.
I'm done
let's
for
do
this
it.
round, by the way.
I just wanted
scored.
to quickly mention, I think there was another pod getting around. No, there wasn't. Don't worry. Jai Caldwell got another 81, which is good. Archie Perkins, though, took a mark in the fourth quarter, and I said to my wife, this must be his third touch, and it was.
Oh, dear. He slowed down a bit.
He still kicked 2 goals, I think, ended up.
If anyone's interested, I'm done for this week for SuperCoach.
Oh, yeah?
21.80? Is that right? Have you got that there?
I can get it.
Which I would have taken halfway through last night, if I'm being honest.
That's pretty good.
I don't know it's going to be that good. I'm going to lose a few leagues and I'm going to go down. But yeah, 21.80 all out.
I'm on 21-24 with Josh Ward to play, but I held Cripps is my big one. So I'm doing that with one
You do.
gun down.
Although also I've got 230k right now in the bank for upgrades next week.
Yeah, I got
Jeez,
Happy about.
I got
That's
180.
huge. That's huge. I'm 2043 and I've got 74. That's all I got. And also,
Do you want to
got
play tomorrow?
Ward.
Ward, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
just looking.
Also, like Cripps, I reckon Cripps should just walk around with a cardboard cutout of a normal person.
When?
Just all the time. So it's like, hey, I'm Paddy Cripps, and this is a normal person. You'd be like, yeah, I should get you in my team. Because I don't know if he's big or small.
It's very big.
Very big.
Yeah, I know, but hamstrings, I don't know how big his hamstrings are in comparison to a normal person. Like when they're bigger.
Yeah, okay. Probably bigger.
You know.
But he hasn't done one before from memory, so like he's
yeah.
25, 26.
But he's done every other
27?
injury. He's done
Yeah.
every other bloody injury.
But to be fair to the poor bloke, he had a bloody fractured vertebrae last year and played a lot of games.
But
and
all I
everyone's
wanna
like, oh, Paddy Cripps sucks. And it's like, you do anything with a broken back,
yeah.
let alone play footy.
But like-
I don't get out of bed if I've got a slight cough.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Like Paddy Cripps sucks. And it's like in comparison to what?
Yeah.
In comparison to like a mint plant, as far as playing footy, like as far as like when
Although mint plants, I assume, suck the water out of the earth quite well.
yeah,
So if you suck as much as a mint plant, then you suck a lot, which is good
no, well done.
when you're a mint
No,
plant.
he did that. Well done.
I've had too much chocolate beer for this conversation.
Yeah, shame.
But yeah, another disappointing week of the SuperCoach
For a
all
lot
us.
of people, but mostly us.
I hope maybe we need to, like, we've gone away from footy analysis because we can't do it.
yeah,
So
we
we've gone into SuperCoach reading out scores, thankfully, not advice, because we can't do that either. And so we're going to go into beer a bit more and give us 6 weeks and we won't be able to do that either.
What
It's
do you
just
mean?
the chain of
been
events.
cancelled.
Yeah, because it'll be July and you guys won't be drinking any.
It was, no, I'm not doing that shit again. That sucked. Yeah, Simon's doing.
I need to.
Simon's doing fucking dry 2023, I reckon.
Yeah, I bloody need to. Anyway, footy.
I can't wait to see the hangover you have tomorrow.
Yeah, neither can I. Because I've been flat out since about 12. And it's 8:52 and in the PM.
Oh, you're going to mention it.
Yeah, I will. And I'll be
Should we
crook
tell
as.
them your address too?
No, but I'll be working tomorrow and I'll be...
yeah?
Yeah, I am because no one's around. And
Yucky.
yeah, if you want to know what shoe size you are, fuck off. Anyway, that's all I've got.